Hello and welcome to our classical Pilates class part 1. We're going to start off with laying down on our back, and you can either have your legs in tabletop, but for this one it's actually straight legs. From here we're going to do our hundreds, so we're pulsing our arms, breathing in for 5, out for 5, and we're working our way up to 100 pulses. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if that's a little bit too challenging, just go at your own pace for breathing and pulse those hands like you're pressing a button, nice and quick, keeping the arms nice and straight as well. We're lifting through the chest, curling through those upper abs, keeping our legs as straight as possible if we can. Otherwise, you'll be bent legs in tabletop. And resting. Good job. All right, and just a reminder that some of these are more challenging exercises, so modify them as you need. I'll try to give you an option. So for here, we're going to do a roll back. Straight legs, arms straight, rolling all the way down, arms go overhead, then coming all the way back up. So for example, this one, you can have bent legs and you can go down for a partial roll back, so not going all the way to the ground. But with these classical Pilates moves, some of them are more challenging, and we're following it in the sequence that it was created. So from here, tuck the tailbone, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Arms go overhead, coming back up, tuck the chin, rolling all the way back up to being nice and tall. And again, trying to go as slow as you can. Trying not to rush that, feeling each vertebrae slowly going down. All right. Now from here, we're going to be laying down on our back. Hands are going to be by our side. Legs are going to go all the way over. Touch the ground if possible. And then rolling that spine back down onto the ground. Legs come all the way back to the start. So bend your knees if you need to. Otherwise, keep your legs straight. And going as far as you can. So the goal is to touch the feet on the ground, slowly rolling back down. So no plonking when we do this. Engaging our belly, going up and over, curling through the spine, trying to keep the legs straight as our toes touch over our head. Making sure that we're breathing and not holding our breath for this one. Slowly rolling each vertebrae down, no plonking, and controlling your legs back down as well. That's it. Squeezing the quad muscles, keep your legs as straight as you can. Engaging your belly, controlling back down to the ground and controlling the legs. All right, so from here, we're going to do circles. So keeping our legs straight, we're drawing circles. With this one, just go to a range that suits you. Obviously, we want it to be challenging, but we don't want to compromise our position. Squeezing your quad, pointing your toes, and we're going to do both directions. So go 5 each way before changing sides. We're really engaging through our deep core muscles. And if you feel any clunking within the hip, then we need to think about squeezing through the quad even more to keep the legs straight and engaging through our belly. And you might need to change the range of your circles. So we're on the other leg, 5, one direction. And then we're going to change directions, going the other way. So think about drawing a circle as best you can, depends on your flexibility and muscles. All right, now our next one, we're going to be rolling like a ball. So crossing your feet over, holding onto your knees, rolling back, coming back up to seated. So working on that control to roll back up into a seated position. Trying to get your legs close to your knees, close to your head as you roll back, keeping that curve in the spine. All right, and resting there. Now we're going to stay in a lifted position, hug one knee and alternate out. So bend, then extend, alternating big hug of the leg to your chest, your inner chest lifted position. So engaging those upper abs, stay lifted the whole time, keep your shoulders off the ground. Alternating through that, lengthening through the leg as it straightens out. The lower that it is to the ground, the harder it's going to be. And now we're going to do double. So big hug, then extend those legs out. You're staying chest lifted as the legs go out. Hands just go down by your side. So big tuck and hug, extend out, stay chest lifted. As you extend out, think about straightening through the quad muscles. So squeezing them, pointing your toes, making your legs nice and long. That's it. And resting there. All right, so now we're going to have our feet in a V position, sitting up nice and tall. From here, we're going to reach towards our toes, curling back up, sitting up nice and tall. So we're thinking about reaching forward as far as we can, coming all the way up to a nice seated position, so nice and tall. Think about that someone has you by your hair, pulling you up to the ceiling. Your arms are engaged, they're straight, and fingertips are to the ceiling. And then you lift and fold forward, breathing, try not to hold our breath, and coming back up. All right. Don't mind me just adjusting my towel. We're going to be laying back down again. From here, we're going to be doing the rocker. So holding on to our legs, keeping them straight, and we're trying to come up to balance. So our legs aren't together, they're in a V position the whole time, legs straight, and you really got to work on that balance as you come up onto your sit bones, really engaging our deep core muscles here, holding on to the legs. So you'll pull on your legs and then lengthen to just try find that balance. Sitting up. It's a bit of a wobbly one, this one. So you'll finish in that position and resting there. A bit of fun with that one. All right, now we're going to be laying completely flat and we're drawing circles with both our legs this time. So think about them glued together, keeping them as straight as you possibly can. If you need to, this is very challenging. You can bend either one or both your legs, that is okay. I have my hands on the ground for support, pointing my toes, trying to lengthen my legs, drawing circles. And you can continuously do it. Otherwise, like me, you just resting your feet in between each rep to ensure that you're maintaining that technique as best you can. And now we're going the other direction. So really engaging through all the belly muscles and all your leg muscles. Keep those legs glued together the whole time and draw a nice big circle if possible. Otherwise, if that's a little bit too challenging, just draw smaller circles or bend your knees. And try not to hold your breath for those ones. All right, now we're going to be sitting up again. Now from here, we're still in a slight V position, sitting up nice and tall. Arms out to your side, and we're going to do the saw. So when we're started in that seated position, we twist, lean forward, keeping the arms straight, coming back to center. Now I like to hold on to my legs so I can push even further into that twist position, keeping my other arm out behind me as I lean forward. So with this one, you might feel it in your hamstrings and the back of your legs if you are super tight. And then you will feel it through your mid-back area, maybe even your shoulders. It just depends where you might be lacking a little bit of mobility. We're thinking about twisting as far as we can, breathing out as we lengthen forward and down as we grab onto the leg. Nice gentle breathing. You can do all one side, or you can alternate like I am here. And resting. All right, we're going to be laying on our belly now. Just going to have our hands by our chest, and we're going to go up into a swan. So you might also know this as cobra. If going up onto your hands is too intense on your spine, you can just go onto your forearms if need be. So from the bottom, we are pushing up, lengthening, opening up through the chest, drawing your shoulders down in your back, lengthening your collarbones, so opening the chest. Nice deep breath out, stretching through those abdominals, and then slowly controlling back down. You can change your hand position wider if you need to. Alright, now we're going to do our single leg kicks. So kick, kick, double kick. On our forearm, sitting up nice and tall. Same thing, opening up through the chest, but we're staying in that position now as we kick through our legs. So think about the hamstrings, so the back of your legs are pulling the foot to your bum. So you're bending your knee, contracting those muscles to pull the foot closer to your bum. All right, so now we're going to go our face down, hands behind our back, and then from here we're going to do double leg, so double pump. As we push down, you're squeezing your back muscles, opening your chest and lifting as your hands go back. So double pump, push the arms back, open the chest, lowering back down. Double pump of the legs, squeezing the shoulder blades, open the chest, head up, controlling back down. Double pump, squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting the chest, controlling back down. Last one. That's it. Oh, wrong one. Nice work. All right, from here, we're going to be going back onto our bum again, into that V position. Hands are interlaced behind our head, and we're doing a neck pull. So the legs are staying straight here in that V position, sitting up nice and tall, and then you're going to slowly pull your head down, curling through your spine. Breathing out, slowly rolling back up like you're putting your spine back together. Lowering down, lifting back up. So as you go down, you might feel some neural tension or it's nerves. Neural is nerves. So that nerve tension, and that's normal to feel as you pulling down on the neck. But if it's super painful, just don't pull on your neck and don't go as low. All right, now we're going to be laying back down again, getting comfortable. We're going to be holding on to the base of our pelvis, and we're doing scissor kicks. So keeping our legs as straight as possible, squeezing the quad muscles again, pointing our toes, alternating through this. So our hands are supporting our pelvis, keeping us balanced as well, but you have to really squeeze through your deep abdominal muscles. And now we're going into our bicycle. So still up there if you can, otherwise come down for a break and go back up. So pretending like you're on the biggest and slowest bike ever. And then reverse. That's it. Still same thing. So you bend, extend up, lengthen through the leg. All right, slowly coming out of that one. Try not to plonk down. Now from here, we're going to be doing glute ones. So hands are underneath our bum, one foot on the ground, other leg straight. Kicking up to the ceiling, back down. Up to the ceiling, back down. So keeping those hips as stable as possible under on top of our hands. Squeeze the quad muscle, point your toes, kick to the ceiling. If you need to, just keep them bent. Or if this doesn't feel nice on your spine, remember you can go down onto the ground. You don't have to keep in the same position. And now other side, lifting and lowering, trying to keep it as straight as you possibly can. So you want it moving as one from the hip joint to your toes. That's it. Up and down, focusing on that breathing. And slowly come out of that one. Nice work, guys. We are all done. Bye.